Ethan Crane, seasoned journalist drawn to the arcane, gripped the steering wheel. Twilight painted the sky in hues of purple and blood orange, mirroring the dread settling in his stomach. Holloway Manor loomed ahead, a specter against the fading light. 50 years ago, the Holloway family vanished within its walls, leaving behind whispers and unanswered questions. I, ever the moth to the flame, aimed to uncover the truth.
The car crunched on the gravel driveway, breaking the eerie silence that cloaked the manor. Wind howled through the ancient oaks, their gnarled branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. The house stood defiant, a monolith of stone and secrets. Its windows, dark and vacant, stared back at Ethan like the eyes of a predator. A shiver, inexplicable and immediate, ran down his spine.
I grabbed my bag, a tangible weight against the growing unease, and stepped out into the cold. I approached the front door, its oak heavy and weather-beaten. The brass knocker, shaped like a grotesque gargoyle, felt icy beneath my touch. As I knocked, the sound echoed into the silence, swallowed by the oppressive atmosphere. I waited, a knot of anticipation tightening in my chest. I had come seeking answers. The manor, I felt, was ready to receive me. The door creaked open, yielding to a force unseen. Heart-pounding, I stepped inside. The air hung heavy, thick with the scent of decay and forgotten things. Dust motes danced in the slivers of moonlight that pierced the gloom, painting the interior in shades of gray. I ran a hand along the wall, feeling the rough texture of crumbling plaster beneath my fingers.
The foyer was a testament to forgotten grandeur. A once opulent chandelier hung precariously from the ceiling, its crystals coated in dust and cobwebs. Shadows stretched and contorted, playing tricks on Ethan's eyes. A grandfather clock frozen at the stroke of midnight stood sentinel against the far wall, its silence deafening.
My gaze fell upon a portrait hanging above the fireplace. A family, their faces frozen in time. The patriarch, stern and imposing. The matriarch, her smile strained. And two children, a boy and a girl, their eyes wide and strangely vacant. The Holloways. I felt a chill as I met their painted gazes, a sense of unseen eyes upon me.
Ethan moved deeper into the house, each footstep echoing in the silence. The air grew colder, the atmosphere heavier. Holloway Manor was more than an abandoned house. It was a crypt, a mausoleum of memories and malevolence. And Ethan, he realized, had just stepped across an invisible threshold.
A sound pierced the silence, sending a jolt through me. A melody, faint and melancholic, drifted from the depths of the house. It was a piano, played with a delicate touch, each note imbued with a haunting sorrow. Drawn by an unseen force, I followed the ethereal music.
Ethan found himself in the drawing room, dominated by a grand piano. Its ebony surface gleamed dully in the darkness, the ivory keys coated in a fine layer of dust. Yet the music continued, filling the room with its ghostly symphony.
I cautiously approached the piano, my hand hovering over the keys. They were cold, devoid of any warmth or life.
A floorboard creaked behind him, and Ethan whirled around, his heart hammering in his chest. The room was empty, the shadows playing tricks on his nerves, but he could feel it now. A presence, cold and unseen, watching him from the darkness. The music swelled, rising to a crescendo as if echoing the fear that coiled in his gut.
I backed away slowly, never taking my eyes off the piano. The music stopped abruptly, leaving behind a silence that was more unnerving than any sound. Shaken, I retreated from the room, the feeling of unseen eyes following my every move. The manor was alive, I realized, and it was playing with me, testing my resolve.